This is The Scoop for Wednesday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. The Tampa Bay Rays said yesterday that it is highly unlikely their planned new stadium will be ready for the 2028 season, if at all. It's a combination of severe hurricane damage to Tropicana Field and delays on financing by the Pinellas County Commission. Rays top executives said in a letter to the commission that the team has already spent $50 million for early work on the new $1.3 billion ballpark and cannot proceed further because of delays in approval of bonds for the public share of the costs. Hurricane Milton ripped the roof off Tropicana Field last month, forcing the Rays to play the 2025 season at the spring training home of the New York Yankees in Tampa. Then the Pinellas County Commission postponed a planned vote late last month on the bond issue. The commission, which now includes 2 newly elected members, voted yesterday to delay consideration of the financing bonds until its December 17th meeting. That leaves the Rays' future in St. Petersburg in limbo. The team's contract with the city of St. Pete requires that Rays play 3 more seasons at Tropicana Field, assuming it's repaired. The cost of fixing the ballpark in time for the 2026 season is pegged at more than $55 million. The Florida Department of Health in Hillsborough County is informing residents of a locally acquired case of West Nile virus. The county will continue to be under a mosquito-borne illness alert. DOH Hillsborough and Hillsborough County Mosquito Control are coordinating surveillance and prevention efforts by conducting aerial spraying. A new study says human-caused climate change made Atlantic hurricanes about 18 miles an hour stronger in the last 6 years. Today's study says most storms gained so much strength due to warmer waters from climate change that they jumped an entire hurricane category, which means much more damage. Study authors say climate change boosted the winds of Hurricane Helene by 16 miles an hour and Milton by 24 miles an hour. Both severely impacted the Tampa Bay area. The Philadelphia Phillies have pledged a matching grant up to $1 million toward recovery efforts in Clearwater after Hurricanes Helene and Milton. WMNF's Chris Young reports the Phillies have had ties to the area for more than 75 years.
The grant will double contributions to Chamber Amplify Clearwater's fund for local businesses and residents working to rebuild after Hurricanes Helene and Milton. John Middleton, owner of the Phillies, announced the grant outside of a resort near his Clearwater condo.
It's really a privilege to be able to help this community because it's such an important part of the Phillies fabric. And thank you.
The Major League Baseball team has been training in Clearwater since 1947 and currently trains at the Baycare Ballpark. Clearwater Mayor Bruce Rector said the funds were needed.
We still have a lot of work to do, and there is still a lot of need. So the timing of this couldn't be any better.
Amplify Clearwater says they have already received over 50 applications from those seeking recovery assistance. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Gulfport City Council member Ian O'Hara resigned during a meeting last night. The Gabber reports it's the first time a Gulfport Council member has resigned in the face of suspension, a state attorney investigation, a Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigation, and possible removal by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. It came after the Gabber reported on O'Hara's spending city funds at local bars, restaurants, and other services. In all, O'Hara spent more than $7,000 of city money on non-city expenses. Vigils and other events are being held today to draw attention to transgender people who have lost their lives due to violence in the past year. It's Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is held every November 20th. The Human Rights Campaign says at least 36 transgender people have been killed by violence over the past 12 months. That number is likely higher because of deaths not being reported, misreported, or because the victims are misgendered. This year's events follow an election where transgender people were the focus of a costly barrage of attack ads by Republicans. Distant ancient galaxies are giving scientists more hints that a mysterious force called dark energy may not be what they thought. Astronomers know the universe is expanding at an accelerating rate, and they've long thought that a constant force called dark energy is what's pushing it apart. But findings published yesterday by an international research collaboration are bolstering the suggestion first made earlier this year by the same group that there may be something else going on. By looking at the movement of galaxies over billions of years, it appears as though the energy is changing or weakening over time. It'll be cloudy with a slight chance of more rain today. Highs will be in the low 80s. Tonight, mostly clear and cooler. Overnight lows in the high 50s. And tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy with high temperatures only in the high 60s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.